Xfinity.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is being recorded.
Yes, I consent. I consent.
To the Zoom gods. Consensual. Well, we got Xfinity tomorrow at Bristol. One of our favorite tracks, like we mentioned in the trucks video. Very exciting stuff. A few more lap leaders in the Xfinity series compared to the trucks that have kind of been dominated by a core group of guys. We have 6 guys who have led laps here in the past handful of races, with one of them not even in the field of Daniel Hemrick, so really 5. And pricing, again, for Xfinity is driving me through just the grinder, because every time I try to put a lineup in that I feel comfortable with, I'm having a hard time, but had a hard time last week, but we cashed pretty heavily in the Xfinity series with Justin Haley and Allgaier crushing it. Looking at pricing and everything, did anything stand out to you this week? Is anything just popping at you that you're just like, oh my gosh, giddy?
Yeah. Gray Galding is in the field starting 28th.
Yeah. Hey, Gray Galding is like the guy that you just never see it coming, and there he is, top 5 at Daytona.
Yeah, well, I was on him, but the problem was I was on Ross and Allmendinger too, so there was that.
Yeah, that's a race I really want to forget about in my life. So these lap leaders from the last handful of races include Allgaier leading the list with 94 laps led. Allgaier also has 2 top 5s and coming off a sweep at Richmond. That was absolutely killer. You have Brendan Jones with 26 laps led with 1 top 5. You have Harrison Burton, who actually led 41 laps at one of his dad's favorite tracks as well. So there's a little bit of lineage there with Burton's running good. At Bristol, you have Noah Gragson with 20 laps led and also a race win here. So we got to keep him kind of in our realm. And then Riley Herbst, who, I think we had this conversation the day after that race where I was just like, that poor guy, man. He was right there, had it, slipped up for 1 split second, which you cannot do anywhere, especially Bristol, because you just get your lunch eaten. But he was right there. I kind of have him circled here.
That was a strategy. That was a strategy call. I mean, he took 2 left side tires, which put him up there. But yeah, he was in contention for sure.
Yeah, he was right there, and pretty good little short track concrete get her done kind of driver. One thing a couple of guys I wanted to mention is Mr. Clements with a top 5 here.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy. So would you like
to? You want to know what's crazier?
Yeah, go ahead.
Vinnie Miller with the top 15.
Yikes.
And BJ McLeod with a top 12.
Yeah. Well, you know damn well we're picking BJ this week. You're going to pretty much lock that bad boy in.
Yeah.
For me, of all the lineups I've made, I've had BJ in them. Starting up top with Mr. Briscoe, who has an average finish of 13th here, starting 10th. Are we paying up for Mr. Briscoe?
Yes, I will have him in a select few lineups, probably paired with somebody a little lower than. I would probably do like a Briscoe Gregson, because if you try to do anybody right below him, you're going to be way down in dumps, and there's just no way.
Yeah.
So I would pair him with, or maybe a Briscoe Haley, and hope that Haley jumps out front early and Briscoe follows suit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too crazy. But you got to have him because he could win the race.
Yeah.
He could do it any week.
Yeah. Would you have Briscoe at 10th or Cindric at 4th if you had to gun to your head choose one of those guys?
It's a tough call because this year earlier at Bristol, Cindric was running really hot in the beginning, and him and Ross got tangled up and took a net out. That was the wreck I was thinking of when we were going over the trucks. But yeah, that was the one that was early, and it took all three of them out, and I had all three of them in a bunch of lineups. So I got injured. But I don't know, man. I mean, I believe in Cindric, dude. I really do. I think he could win this race. He's got the speed. The car's there. It can be done. As far as your Briscoe Cindric question, I would probably go Allgaier.
Well, when you have 90 laps led, I mean, and two top fives coming off of a sweep, I mean, the first place position doesn't scare me with him this week. If anything, I'm more attracted to him with the low ownership.
Well, I'm hoping that scares people away. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that everyone jumps off that train because I'm going to be on it.
Because I think in everyone's brain they're going to go, well, for 400 more I can have Cindric, for 800 more I can have Briscoe, and I mean Allgaier Haley is a pretty good stack in my brain, and then I did Allgaier Burton with those laps led. I mean, if you look at those two guys right there, Allgaier and Burton, that's pretty much half of the laps of the last two races led.
Well, here's the deal with Burton. Let's keep this in mind. That race that he led those laps, he started in the front, and it was when they were doing all the fucking, draw or random start or whatever the hell that was. Yeah. So I don't take those laps for as concrete as hopefully most people will.
Okay.
I like Allgaier, Gregson, and Ross way better than Burton all day long.
Okay.
Because Gregson drove up there, passed for the lead. Haley also drove up there and grabbed the lead and could have done better in that last race. I like everybody around Burton more than Burton. That's how I feel.
Wow. All right. Well, I like that. I can live with that. I can live with that.
Because Clean Air, you and I know how good Clean Air is. Everyone loves Clean Air. If you get up front on old tires on Clean Air, you could lead 40 laps. So he was already up front on fresh tires, grabbed the lead. No, I'm not trying to take any credit from him. He ran good while he was there. But could he have drove from 6th to get there and then lead laps? I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is, right? I mean, it's we don't have a lot to go off of with Harrison Burton, but we do know the talent, we do know the ride he's in, and with our spreadsheets that we have at We Live Fantasy, I mean, overall in the races he does have a -4 place differential from that good starting spot that he had, and even that last race, if he didn't lead any of those laps, there's no way he would have been anywhere near a winning lineup either. Right. So right. I can.
Here's the other thing to keep in mind about it. Here's the other thing about Harris Burton. I watched the truck race from last year, and he ran in great equipment. He was KBM equipment, which they ran last year. They had great equipment. He ran like 10th to 15th all day in the trucks. So, it just I just don't think this is his kind of track. I mean, could he lead laps? Maybe, but it'd be on strategy, and I just don't know that I'm willing to go there. I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather take Haley, which is saving you 300, who could drive up there and lead laps, or pay up 300 and get Gregson, which we know can lead laps as well. He could drive up there and lead laps.
Okay. Well,
I don't think there's going to be that big of an ownership difference there. I think all three of those guys. I think Haley's probably going to be the biggest owned after what he's been doing on the short tracks, especially after last week. I think Gregson and Burt will be very similar owned, and I'd rather go Gregson. There.
Okay, I'm all right with that. And Junior Motorsports is so hot right now, and you gotta believe, man. You just gotta believe it, and I'm right there with you. Gregson has proved it. He has proved that he can be the low-owned winner and dominator of a race, and. Right. And he can do it, man. He's proved all the haters wrong. He's proved, yeah. And I tell you what, he's really. I'm not sure who has talked to him since the beginning of the year with his Wreckfest and driving like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't know who's talked to him, but the mullet's gone. He looks good. He looks focused. He looks like he's there to do the job and not play the games, play the monkey, be the outcast, be the clown that sometimes,
Well, I mean, you said he'll do anything, and yeah, he'll fucking wreck his teammate for a win. He'll prove that. He proved that last race here.
Yeah, he sure did.
So.
Which, once again, Justin Allgaier had that race wrapped around his finger, good to go. Another reason why that starting position doesn't scare me.
Yeah, and I had the lobby wrapped around my finger too until that shit fucking happened.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gregson. So I'll have some Gregson shares. As far as the play up here, I mean, it's really hard not to click Allgaier starting first. But you can't have him in everything because he could fuck you.
Right. Yeah.
He could wreck on the first lap. He's done it here, actually.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Jones just as an off play, low ownership. I won't go too heavy there. I can't touch Jeb Burton. That just starting too close to the front, and that car this year just has found ways to lose. It doesn't matter who's in it. The next one is a very interesting pick. Snyder. Is
he in the 93 or the 39 this week?
He's in the 93 car.
Yeah.
For Sieg Motorsports.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because Snyder has an average finish of 7th.
He does, but that was in the 21 car.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, last year he did very well here in Xfinity. Earlier this year, he also ran very well in Xfinity, but it was in the 21 car. So what do you do there? Obviously, that's way different equipment.
I mean, he has the talent and the ability to run top 20. Moffitt, right below him, has the ability to run the top 10. He proved that last week. He's also running the truck race. Alfredo has top 10 potential as well. So it really depends I think Myatt Snyder finishing 15th. If Myatt Snyder finishes 15th, doesn't lead any laps, doesn't have any fast laps, that puts him at what, 43 points?
It would be 29. If he finishes 15th,
it
would be 29 plus 14 is 30.
43, somewhere in there.
43. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so what we have to figure out here, because I like pasta down there. I like the pasta. And I love
the Herbst.
And I like Herbst because he was there. He was right there, man. He was right there. And man, I think Snyder, my problem is when I look at Herbst Alfredo, I see top 10s and I see equipment and cars in the top 10. So, but Snyder, he knows Bristol and he can get around Bristol. And I don't know, man. I mean,
here's my concern with Snyder. When he drives that 93 car, he knows he's better than the equipment, and he knows what it's like driving the 21 car, and he drives a little too hard for the equipment and overdrives it and ends up usually crashing. Now, sometimes it's not his fault, but he finds himself in these situations where he ends up wrecking that 93 car. On the flip side, when he's in the 21 car, he seems to run a lot better because he doesn't have to push the car as hard, and he's already running top 5, top 10, whatever the case may be.
A little more smooth, a little more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, we know Bristol equalizes equipment.
Right.
Just like any short track does.
Right.
So I think I will have a few Snyders. I hope a lot of people have them, and I hope he wrecks. That's kind of where I'm at. And I'll have.
I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with
And
that.
I'll have the Alfredos and Herbst and save the money and put it
I
elsewhere.
think those are two guys that are going to get you the place differential and the points you need. And with a little bit of strategy, a little bit of guys wrecking up front, they could be right there in it. Here's your boy again, Mr. Hill at 34th. I mean, that car has proven all year it's not the best car. Even at Richmond last week in the Xfinity Series, where I thought, we might get a little shimmer of hope for Bristol this week, it didn't really deliver. Are you touching that number at all at 8,100?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think you get more value out of Herbst than Alfredo.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so those are the plays there.
But I will say this: the next guy I'm going to have in a few lineups.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 top 10s in a row.
I mean, so how do you not?
He's got 3 top 10s in a row. You got to believe that he's going to have similar stuff to Gregson and Allgaier this week. He's a guy who's not afraid to run the top line either, which can work in Xfinity cars. I mean, that is your low-owned
Once it gets run in, yeah.
crusher of a pick there. And he's going to run top 10, God damn it. He's like fucking Gary Woodland. I mean, he's going to get 30 points, and he's going to be great. So
8,000. Yep.
Hey, hang on. My doorbell just rang. Sorry. I am so sorry about that. All right.
You're good, dude.
Annette, I'm with you on Annette. I think he can be that low-owned guy that gets us a top 10 without a doubt.
That's right. That's right.
Ryan Sieg, man, has there anyone who's had worse luck than Ryan Sieg this year?
Yeah, Johnny Slaughter.
Yeah. All right, you got me there. I tell you, I had really high hopes for Ryan Sieg coming into this year. After running so well last year, I think that team bought some of the old Ganassi cars as well. With the whole 42 debacle, I really had high hopes for them, man. He ran so good, and he's had the worst luck this year. I hope he turns it around, but I don't think it'll be tonight.
Well, Vegas. When I was out, I don't think so either. When I was out in Vegas, man, he killed it out there, dude. He ran great, and that was like the second race of the year. I was like, here we go, good job, Sieg. And then nothing after that. No, I don't know that I'll get there. I don't know that I'll get any Levy. I don't see it.
No, I mean, there's just guys that are going to pass Levy right away to put him negative. I don't like that at all. Even though I have a soft spot for Mario Goslin in them.
Yeah. I'll have a few Clemens.
Yeah. Me too.
I really love Galding and Miller.
Galding and Miller. I gotta write that down.
Oh yeah, Miller earlier this year and last year even just found a way to make it to the top 15 no matter what the equipment was that he was in.
Okay.
And he's gonna do it again. I don't see why not. Galding, same thing. He's got a bunch of experience. That's a decent car. He's better than half the drivers in front of him. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I might sneak in a few Browns because he did finish 9th earlier this year. Now, again, that was because of a bunch of wrecks. But I may have 1 or 2 Browns just because.
Okay.
I can't really do any Parsons. I just don't believe in him or the car. Same with Graff, starting too far forward. Weatherman, too far forward. BJ, motherfucking McLeod.
Yeah, I'm with you. 100%.
He will finish.
100%.
He will finish 12th to 15th. Should have him in your lineups.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. He's better than half those people just on talent alone. And I know he can do it. And I know that even if the car is not good, he's the type of guy that can pivot and make up the difference. He studies the cars in front of them. He knows where to pass them. And the only reason he's not going to pay off tonight is if they get wadded up. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Yeah.
That's the only way, man. That's to me. That's how that doesn't pay off. I'm throwing a dart at Little, because I believe in the talent there, and I believe that he can finish top 20. And at $5,000, I'll take that. So I did a few BJ Littles, but that's it down here. I'm so done with Jeffrey and Williams and guys like that, man. I know Williams might bite me in the ass tonight because he seems to show up when I really don't have any Williams at all. But old Tommy Joe won me some money last week, so he might be getting a few. Getting a few
I'm gonna have a few Tommy Joes, dude, just in case.
I'm not missing out on Tommy Joe again.
No, but here I got a little bit better of an option for you than the little pick if you wanna try it.
Okay.
Colby Howard earlier this year,
right?
ran top 20 the whole time at Bristol and ended up getting in a very late wreck that put him out of it. But other than that, dude, he had the speed. He ran there all day and probably could have easily finished 17th or 16th, but ended up getting wadded up in somebody else's shit. So I like that. He carried way more speed than Little did throughout the entire race.
Okay.
So
all right.
Just a thought.
So, all right. Well, I can live with that. I can live with that. What about hang on, there's one more guy. Oh, he's starting way too far forward. I was gonna say Matt Mills has a pretty good record here at Bristol.
Yes.
Ran really good last week at Richmond, was a shocker, and was one of the guys who really could have crushed me from cashing really big last week. I was really scared of him towards the end because there was one guy who had a lineup up there we were going back and forth, and it was between Mills and I had Tommy Joe, and the points kept kind of bouncing back and forth between those guys. Is there any chance at all? What will it take for Matt Mills to be in a winning lineup tonight?
He'd have to finish 12th, and I just don't see it happening.
Average finish of 15th, but that's only once.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't bank on it.
I can't do it. I'd rather take Howard at 31st and hope he drives the 20th.
All right, there it is. There it is, folks. There it is. The determining factor. All right. So, who is your favorite play this week on the Xfinity slate?
I fucking hate Xfinity.
I know. Who's your best play though? Who's your first click? Like, who's your gut saying who is it tonight? Doesn't have to be the winner, just your best play. Who's the best play?
Well, the winner is going to be Allgaier, Chastain, or Gregson.
Okay.
That's going to be one of the winners.
All right.
The best play that's going to be low owned and put up the points. Man. I'd like to say Herbst, dude. I'm going to say Herbst.
Okay. Mine's the pasta.
The pasta.
Mine's the pasta.
All right, dude.
Mine's the pasta. Right. So there's two of a core that we can get behind there. That leaves us 83. Yeah. That leaves us 8,300. Are you paying down or are you going up top?
I mean, you got to grab one or two. You got to grab one below at least.
All right. How low are we going here? Do we want to go Tommy Joe Martin's Howard low, or do you want to go like Gray Galding low?
Hold up. Uh,
Are we gonna go Vinny Miller? Should we go Vinny Miller? Let's lock Vinny Miller in there.
let's do Vinny Miller and
Okay.
then do Howard.
Vinny Miller leaves us with 87. And then we'll go Howard at 48, which leaves us 10,650. Where should we?
You could go Allgaier, Gregson, Chastain, Gregson, Chastain, Haley, Allgaier, Haley, Cindric.
All right, I'm going Allgaier, Gregson.
That's what I got right here.
All right, and that leaves you $100 left over. And then I think for I made a balanced build while we were sitting here discussing that I'd like to give everyone, and that was Gray Galding. And I'd like your thoughts on this lineup too. That is Galding, Miller, Herbst, Chastain. So this is our Chastain lineup here. And then I went Pasta, Annette. So I went Alfredo, Annette, Chastain, Galding, Herbst, Miller. And I felt really good about that one too.
Chastain. Oh, but dude, there's a problem there.
No lap leaders?
There's only one lap leader.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
You
so
gotta have two, dude.
So how would you fix that? All right. Well, let's.
Give me a second. Oh, that's not it either. Oh, hold on. Okay, dude. Here you go, man.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ross, Herbst, Miller, Alfredo.
Miller, Alfredo. 7750.
Tommy Joe Martins.
Ooh, Tommy Joe. All right.
Haley.
Yeah. I like that one a lot.
That's a cash lineup right there.
I like that one a lot. All right. Well, I think that about covers it for Xfinity. I am in the quarter jukebox, and I'm going to make a handful of the what is it, $8 this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be just in the $8 for the 10K to win.
I'm maxed out in the quarter jukebox and in the 10K lobby, and I'll probably make I don't know. Sometimes that $12 single entry lobby is really good to me, so I might make one of those too.
All right. All right.
So that is the Xfinity. This video will be updated to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, and watch the damn videos. Check out the website. And I think we're going to upload this one. And then we got a showdown slate for you tonight because it's Cincinnati versus Cleveland.
That's right. The Turd Bowl in Ohio, baby. Let's go.
This is a home game for Tyler Lau and the Wycliffe squad.
That's right.
So, yeah. So,
hell yeah.
Tune in, like it, hit the ring bell for notifications. We'll see you guys in the showdown video.